Some people have asked me if it's a sin for Christians to make money through ministry. Other people are saying it's a sin for Christians to make money through ministry. But what does the Bible say? To lay a foundation, notice 1 Timothy 6:10 says the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money itself, but the love of money. Now when you understand that in light of, with Ecclesiastes it says money answers all things. So we know that money itself is not a sin, but money answers things in life. It's the love of money that's wrong. We know that Jesus and his disciples had money through ministry. Judas would steal from the money box, and wealthy people like Joanna would give to them. 1 Timothy 5:17 says, let the elders who rule be counted worthy of double honor. Honor in the Greek means price, value, and money paid. This is why the NLT translates it as paid well. And the Trustworthy Amplified says financial support. This is why Paul said those that preach the gospel should be supported by those who benefit from it. He said God commanded that. Now Paul himself didn't charge, but God himself still commanded it, which reflected the priest getting some of the offering that went to God in Leviticus. So is it a sin to make money in ministry? The only way that it's a sin is if you have the love of money, because that's when greed sets in. And unfortunately, there's a lot of pastors that operate for the love of money. Nevertheless, making money in ministry is not a sin. It's about your heart stance and evaluating each situation. The reason why God commanded that is because God understood that it's wicked to have somebody to toil and not cover their expenses. Unfortunately, modern day in the church, we want everybody to do stuff for free. The gospel is free for us, but Jesus had to pay for it with his life. In addition to that, we don't charge to heal people. We don't charge to cleanse the lepers. We don't charge to raise the dead. We don't charge to cast out devils. We don't charge to prophesy. We don't charge to operate in the gifts of the Spirit. Operating in the gifts of the Spirit is what's free. The enemy's plan is this. The enemy understands the importance of finances in the Spirit. Money makes a horrible master, but it makes a great servant. There is a level of warfare that's financial. Let me give you an example. So many times we Christians, we complain about everything that Disney is doing and that comes out of Hollywood, and rightly so. But if Christians who weren't greedy had money, hence I say Christians that's not greedy, and I'm talking about big bucks like millions and billions of dollars, we would have our own Hollywood. We would have our own Disney Channel, if you will, where we could produce stuff concerning Jesus and put it out on a wide scale. But the enemy has seduced Christians into thinking that money is wicked instead of the love of money. So what do? We run from it. And that's not biblical. Abraham, Job, David, and many others were rich and they were God's people. Look at 1 Corinthians 9:7. What soldier has to pay his own expenses? This is why when you work for God, God himself, in verse 14, and I'm saying it again, commands those that benefit to support those who they hear it from. Paul didn't use this right. Me, I only use the right when it comes to classes and books. Everything else is free.